YouTube, what's up, y'all? Good morning. It's your boy Hendrick back with another one. We're gonna react to some Myron Gaines. I guess it's called Henny and Fit now, since Fresh is doing his own thing. But we've got a lady here who had, we got a group of women actually, and this woman here, one of the women with the curls, with the curly hair, looks very nice, I might add. Says that men and women aren't equal, and that men are above women, and women should be a helpmate. I wonder what kind of triggering effect that may have with the rest of the women on the panel. We're about to find out. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
Do you hear of anything good, bad, ugly? You can be honest.
Oh no, nothing bad. We all
Really?
watch. Yeah. Well, I have a podcast too, so I talk about
Okay.
everything you talk about. Yeah.
Okay.
Same
So
thing.
you talk about how women are.
Wow.
How dare you?
I would say.
I caught him at the same
No, I do think.
Say with your
I
chest.
do agree. Men are above women. I don't think
How dare you?
men and women
How
are not
dare
equal
she?
at all. And I feel like
Men and women are not equal.
Look.
Men are above women.
Ooh, you see that? Trigger alert.
Girl, pressure.
we
Give
were
answer.
I'm
Well, let her. How about this? Let's let her get all of her stuff out. Then, if any ladies disagree, you can go ahead and say why you disagree. Go
So
ahead.
women
Say
are
everything else.
meant to help men. We are their helpmates. I'm very religious, and it's like in the first book of the Bible. We were made to help men, and I don't think they get enough credit or enough support or enough respect. I think a lot of females they use their femininity as a weapon, and they think like, oh, because I'm a woman, so I deserve all of this, and I'm like, no, not at all. You know, you still have to do your part. You still have to give.
Sorry. Okay.
That I had a conversation with this girl, and she's like, oh, I'm pretty enough to where I don't need to cook, I don't need to clean, I just need to be pretty. And I'm like, okay, but you still have to give it up whenever he wants. And then she's like, no. I'm like, what? So he's paying everything, he's giving you the life you want, and you're not going to give it up whenever? That's crazy.
Okay. Damn.
This woman gets it. Hey, round of applause for Shorty right here. And the woman to her left, she's highly upset. You can see the fumes coming out of her nose and ears. My goodness. Look at the painted on eyebrows. We see she is upset. But this woman gets it. Ladies, we cannot use femininity as a weapon when it comes to being in relationships with men. And man, there is a hierarchy. It's the most high, man, woman, then child. That's how it is. Women are supposed to be helpmates. You're supposed to come get with a man who has vision, who has structure, who has a plan, who is about family, and you get behind that man. And what you're not supposed to, it's not about getting a guy who makes all this money, who's already established. No, if he's on his way up, ladies, get with that man. If he has a plan, if he has good character, good morals, you get behind him, you guys work together, you help him get to the top. When he gets to the top, you are the beneficiary. I've said this on a couple videos. But instead, in today's day, women use their femininity is conditional to whatever the man does. The man already has to do this, make 6-7 figures. He has to be a certain height. His peen size has to be a certain length. That is not the basis for whether you are going to be soft and sweet and obedient. That's not how this works. So she hit it right on the head. In that story she explained, yes, women think they can just, turn on and off when they can have sex with a man. If a man's taking care of his responsibilities and you're married, you are obligated. You are supposed to give him the marks whenever, because he's taking care of you. He's taking care of the household. He's paying all the bills. He's alleviating all that stress. You supposed to be the helpmate, and in return alleviating his stress. And how do you alleviate his stress, ladies? You know what to do. Belly full, balls empty. You already know the assignment, but yet women don't want to do it. They want to pick and choose when they want to do these things, and that is not how it works in relationships.
That's crazy.
Do any of you disagree with her worldview?
Oh, of course she does. I told you.
Sure. I will turn it. Who wants to go first and who disagrees with her?
Cash, money.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
go
going.
ahead.
So I actually disagree with the fact that women are useless. That women are. I don't like the
She
fact
didn't say
that.
that.
No,
She didn't say
okay,
that. She
well,
didn't say that.
Men
I don't like the fact that men are not above women. If we're gonna say that men and women are equal, we can say that, but men are definitely not above women. Men and women are required in pairs for a balance. Okay, so there's femininity and masculinity that is required in an equal balance.
We can't be equal to men. There's no way.
It's not possible.
It's
And
not.
We're and also another thing,
We're not.
men are meant to lead.
Thank you.
They lead. But most of the time, we don't get that because we're the women.
We be trying to be
We
more
trying to lead.
masculine.
We can't
Muscle
overshadow
women?
men.
Whatever you
Muscle
be,
men?
they be trying to be more manly than men.
Masculine.
Women these days try to be more manly
But I
than
don't
men.
even think
No.
it's
I don't think
trying
they
for
try.
men.
Like,
Well,
yeah, we don't
hold on,
want
hold
to.
on.
Okay,
Hold on,
so then I think
guys,
that's fair.
hold on. Let's let Monty finish with.
I told you the woman to her, the curly haired woman, Queen. I told you the lady to her left was triggered. I already see it. She thinks men and women are equal. Like I said, man, it talks about it in the Bible. It's God first, man, woman, child. There it does. There is no dynamic where there's two. There cannot be two leaders in a household. There can only be one. A woman's role is to be a helpmate to man. Man submit to the Most High. And then it goes down from there. There is no situation where there can be equality in a relationship. There cannot be. A woman is supposed to take a step back. A woman is not built physically or mentally to take on that burden to lead anything. They're not supposed to. Support role. The man's supposed to be Michael Jordan. The woman's supposed to be the sidekick, riding shotgun in the passenger seat. My girl says it all the time. She likes being the passenger princess. That's the whole point. Passenger princess. The woman's supposed to be the Scottie Pippen, the Ron Harper, the Dennis Rodman of the group. There can't be two Michael Jordans on the team. It don't work that way. Ladies, please. But at the same time, ladies make bad choices all the time when choosing men because they're choosing men for the wrong reasons. They're not looking at their leadership qualities. They just think because a man can make a lot of money, all right, good enough. He can buy me things. And yes, women in today's dynamic, yes, men, there is a gender war, especially in the black community. Men and women are competing with each other, and that's why relationships. One of the reasons why relationships are fleeting. Let's
What
continue.
you were saying, and then we can. You guys can go ahead and give your responses.
Okay, so I want to
So go
speak
ahead.
on a
So you
couple of
disagree
things
with the
that
men are above women?
yes, I want to speak
What
on a
else?
couple of things that she addressed. Okay,
Sure, go ahead.
so I do agree that men and women are set to be together, of course, right? We're gonna say platonic, right? However, I do believe that women and men have different roles. You can't say one is greater than the other.
Mhm.
They have different roles to coincide and create a proper balance. I don't think men are greater than women. I don't think women are greater than men. Women are not created on earth to be a man's helpmate. I completely disagree. A man is set on this earth to be a provider and protector. Okay? I'm here to nurture, I'm here to lead, and I'm here to care. But as far as my ordained role to be your helpmate is incorrect. As a woman, as a strong black woman, I do have desires, I do have needs. And it's not necessarily as desires as anything wild. I have a career, I have goals that I want to accomplish.
You can still do that.
All right, just out of curiosity, are you religious or no?
Yes, I am.
So before they talk, I want to talk about this. She thinks men and women are equal because we all have different roles, which is she's not wrong, correct. but I'm going to compare this to your profession, right? So a C level, a CEO, or VP, director of whatever department has roles that his subordinates, people under him, they also have roles, right? Now, based on her theory, in her mind, because they have roles, they both have roles, that means they're equal. No, no. One can argue the executives' roles are far greater or far more important to the foundation of said organization than his subordinate, than the people under him. If y'all agree, let me know if y'all agree or disagree on that. So a man and woman's role, she said a woman's role, yeah, typically is to nurture, take care of the household. Yes, that's a very important role. But the foundational relationship, if that man can't lead, can't provide, that relationship will go astray. And that's the difference. Men and women have roles, but they're not equal roles. The man's role in the relationship, to it being sustainable and for it to flourish, that man carries the brunt of those responsibilities. He's on a shorter leash as well. Women cannot be nurturing, can cause astray, can cause issues, and that man will still tolerate said woman. If the man does not provide, does not show an ability to lead, if they're not the relationship is not flourishing, there will be turmoil in said relationship. A man's responsibilities has far more greater weight than the woman's. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. Let's continue.
However, I was also raised in a single parent household by a man, and he did raise me to be a strong Black woman that does not need a man for anything.
All right, my
So-
question is,
Terrible.
were you raised Christian, Catholic?
I was actually raised Rasta.
What?
My dad, yeah. I was raised Rasta. My dad's a Trini.
Okay. Because you're Christian, right? What?
Catholic, yeah.
Catholic. Okay. So, because that helpmate thing that comes from the Bible, right?
And I grew up watching my mom and they were traditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you disagree with the helpmate and you disagree with the men or both, right?
Yes.
Okay. You have a response to that?
I just think I get what you're saying, but it's we live in a world and a society where everything is because of a man.
Correct.
Everything is a man.
What? I disagree. Systematically.
Okay.
If we
Okay.
would, can I ask
That's
a
fine.
question?
Let's let her get her thing out. Then I will let who wanted to. Who disagreed? You disagreed?
She
Oh, you did.
disagreed.
I disagree.
Who else disagreed?
Me.
I agree.
Who? Say who disagreed?
Kamaya.
Okay. All right, because I wasn't sure if it was mine or not. All right, finish what you were saying, and then we'll turn it to her because you disagree with the thing that you were saying. Men build everything.
Yeah, I feel like because look at all the jobs, like all of the just literally everything is because of a man, and then a female. I know what you're about to say. Like some jobs maybe are like women take,
Yeah.
But I just think in general, men really take the lead in that for sure.
And think about a single mom though. She has to take the lead. Having
Taking care of 4 children on her own.
She should.
The whole single mom dynamic, yeah, they have to out of necessity, out of means of survival. But that's not a man. That's not the role that she wants. A single mom stepping the lead to want to be a man. That is not supposed to be the natural order. It's supposed to be father, mother in raising a child. A mother cannot teach a boy certain things. She can try to fulfill that role, but it's very difficult for her to do so. That is not the natural order of how things are supposed to be. So just because a single mom does it, that I guarantee you, if I paneled several single mothers, ideally she would want some sort of male figure in that boy's life, in that or even that boy or girl's life. Oh, and to Curly Harris' point, men built the world that we're in. Yeah, like most of the infrastructure, a lot of the hard labor jobs are conducted There are women in those fields, but it's predominantly by men. Drive on man, we do low voltage installations with cabling, security, like hard physical security installs and devices. We're doing new construction builds. That stuff, the industry I'm in is a male heavy dominated field. And the industry that I am is essential to the infrastructure that's being built, new construction homes, the wiring, everything that's done in any facility that you're in. It's a field that men built and installed those things that people, including women, enjoy. Tech, most of the fields in different industries dominated predominantly by men. I'm just putting it out there. Let's continue.
She needs to find a man. Like, I mean,
I can give you a
Hold on.
she needs a man.
Guys, we're on a podcast.
She
So
did.
everybody can hear when everyone's speaking at the same time. I want them to be able to hear your argument. So I'll go to Kamaya, then I'll go to who else? Someone here wanted to say something.
I did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even know where to even start.
All right, go ahead. Start. Give your. I'm gonna let all of you give your response, and I'll turn it back to her. Go ahead.
Okay, we were talking about men and women, and like the girl that was with the guy, she wasn't cooking, cleaning, or whatever. That's because she didn't love him. Because woman, when she loves a guy, she will do stuff out of her way. She was like cooking, remembering stuff that he likes, whatever. She will go out her way.
I agree with that. This lady here is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct here. That scenario that the one with the curly hair earlier, the woman not effing her man and doing all that stuff for him. Yeah, she really don't like that dude. Because I'm telling you, ladies, gentlemen, when a woman if you've ever had a woman truly like you, she does things and you don't even have to ask. She just likes doing that because she likes to make you happy. She's absolutely right.
Fast forward to whatever. And then you're talking about the parent and the single mom. I grew up in two households. My dad was never home, even though we were in a two households. So it doesn't matter if they're there or not. The woman was still leading and taking care of it, regardless of the man in the situation.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but she
At
should
the same
find.
time, you said a woman should find a man.
Yeah.
So why are you single?
Damn.
Wow.
That has nothing to do with
Oh,
her what we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
This is how
You see how when women are triggered, you see how women throw shots at one another? Because they take personal shots when a woman's making a point that they don't disagree with. You see that right there? This is what, and this is another problem right here, man. Just that Blondie, nasty. That was, what a nasty thing to ask. It's crazy.
This is my season. This is my season of being by myself. I mean, I'm in no rush.
Right.
It's whatever God wants.
I agree with
should
you
find yourself.
on the behalf of women.
Did you finish saying what you were gonna say?
I have one more thing.
All right, go ahead. Because the thing you said, no, I disagree, is when she said men build everything. That's when you specifically said I disagree.
Yeah, that. I don't think they always build anything. They have someone that helped them, regardless of what it was. Okay, let's say.
And it's typically another man. Listen, the infrastructure in this country is built predominantly by men. Yeah, it's not one man. It's a series of men. I'm telling you because I work in the industry. I'm literally in the industry. I'm telling you, it's a predominantly dominated field by men. The hard labor in this country, the specialty trades dominated by men. The things, the installs, the things that are built in this country, infrastructure, security, tech, the things that women utilize, built by men. This can't be debated. I'm sorry. I'm literally in this. This is what I do for a living. I'm telling you what it is.
full men roles in their jobs that they are now. Back then, yeah, women couldn't even be in those roles. Let's say back then women could have had those roles men had now. You think it'd be more male dominated or women dominated?
So, the jobs men have, women cannot be successful in.
Which jobs?
All of them. All of them.
Which jobs?
All majority. All of them.
Like
Most
what?
of them.
Plumbing?
I used to be a
I'm talking
technician.
about it.
worked on cars.
How many?
Yeah, there is some that can do with
I'm not
tech.
saying it's impossible. Okay, it's not impossible, but it's very rare.
This is the
It's a very rare thing. That's what she's saying. It's very rare
Okay,
for
so
men
you
and
disagree
women.
that women can't do jobs that she's talking about. You think women can do the jobs that she's talking about?
Yes, I think we
Yes.
can do those
Yes,
jobs.
they can do technical
Yes.
jobs.
Yeah, they can.
Period. I did it.
Now, what about you? What's your disagreement?
Okay, so my thing is that
What's your disagreement, though, specifically to her, what she said?
men are above women.
So you disagree with that, too?
Yes, because, I mean, a man and woman need each other, right? A man is supposed to provide and lead, like, traditionally, and a woman is here to provide and make a new life. So, that in itself, I feel like, I'm not gonna say that one is above the other. I think they come together as a union, right? And they're supposed to be together, but
I've already kind of responded to this point of equality and how men and women both have roles within a relationship, but a man's roles are greater and have far more impact in a relationship than said woman. She said men and women need each other. Yes, in a dynamic relationship, but truth be told, men can function independently of women. Women can too, but it'd be a lot more difficult. Women are still, whether they're in a relationship or not, women still have a dependency on man. It may not be her man, but a woman is still, in her innate nature, she's still going to align herself and attach to a man for whatever that she can get. Men don't need to do that. So, but again, I made that point earlier in the video, but let's continue.
woman literally makes a baby.
A
Carries it in
man
there.
makes a baby.
No, the man makes the baby. Literally, man has life force in his nuts. Currently, a woman is the host, the incubator for said child. So, the life form isn't created. It takes two to make the life form, but the life form comes from the man. He plants the seed in you, and your vessel is what allows that seed to grow.
But
How do you get
we
pregnant?
both make
A man's not making a baby, bro.
How do you get pregnant though?
But the woman literally.
How do you get pregnant though?
Hold on, ladies. Finish your point, and I'm going to go to her.
Right,
and then
it's a
I'm gonna go to
union,
her.
it's both. I think we both bring things to the table. The man goes out, hunts, provides, and then the woman takes care of the household. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think one's above the other. I think it's both. They come together.
Okay, and then what did you want to say? And then I'll go to her, then I'll go to you, and then I'll let her respond. Go ahead.
I'll also say the same thing about a man being above a woman. I would say it's more of a partnership. Like a marriage is a contract. Like you sign papers, you're there to help each other out. Like you get joint bank accounts if you want to do that. You can sign a prenup, but like a woman can do.
Again, I so disagree at this point. If marriages were truly a partnership, then there wouldn't be a divide in as far as assets go, because whoever the breadwinner is the one who loses ultimately. So there's not whoever the breadwinner is, and typically in most cases it's man. Get into a relationship, get into a marriage, and we split, and you get half of my stuff. You get half of my stuff, and you don't give up half of your stuff, mind you, because whoever makes the most money loses the most. So it can't be equal just from that logical thinking right there, just from that scenario right there. Where's the equality? You're not equally losing. The person who is the breadwinner in most cases is man, is the one who loses most half of what he's built. The woman loses nothing. She only gains more. So her advantage, but I digress. I'm going to let the video rock out. I'm going to give my conclusion because I'm curious to hear what Myron has to say in response to these women.
I won't say all, but 85% of the things a man can do.
So
Okay.
And
Anything else?
that's my tidbit.
Okay, and then go to
I agree with what you said upon men are above women. For the simple fact, if you hear what all y'all are saying, men have to be providers, take care of you, do this, do that. You brought up we carrying kids. Who impregnate us? Who take care of us through our pregnancy?
Facts.
Who put food on the table?
Facts.
No.
Cook. Don't cut her off, man. Let that girl cook. she hitting y'all with logic. She hitting y'all with facts.
Let me finish. The only reason I say that is because y'all say single parents. Some women depend on male figures on taking care of their baby.
Facts. I said that earlier. Whether a woman's in a relationship or not, any sort of male figure that comes into her life that is positive, she's gonna latch on to male. She doesn't have to be in a relationship with the child's father to still have a male figure in the life supporting them in one way or another.
Father.
No one.
Realistically.
No one.
Correct?
No
so
one.
men is all, that's why I say that as well as y'all keep saying providers and this and that. Who protects you at home if you have a man at home?
But what if you don't?
At the end of the day,
You don't.
What if
no,
you don't?
listen. Let me finish though. Let me finish that. This is what I mean by that.
Yeah, really?
If you have a man, you want your man to take care of you at home. You want your man to put food on the table.
Of course.
A lot of females want to be housewives. Don't say you don't, because all y'all mostly do, right? So if we're housewives, who's taking care of us and paying our bills?
If you live
And guess what? We gotta bow down to him because he's paying our bills. You can always voice your opinion, right? But at the end of the day, who's taking care of you?
Men are always on top.
Who's putting clothes on your back when y'all together?
Men.
Yeah,
Man.
marriage is written on paperwork and da 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 da.
Not all
The
men.
food you cook,
Not all
a man,
men.
not all, but majority.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
She keeps trying to rebuttal, not all men. I would ask that woman who's talking. She looks Latina. I guarantee you, the man she desires and wants she would want those men that said man to have all those characteristics that this woman is describing. Yeah, obviously, not are all men providers? No. Just like not all men husbands? No. Just like not all women are wives. But the man that you want, if you decide to get married, you ideally want that man to exude and have those characteristics those women are describing. Provision, protection. Listen, been hearing this rhetoric for years.
female want to be married, correct? Everybody up here believe in marriage, right? You were married before. Who did you depend on? Your man, right?
Wait. Hey, no, listen. I'm not married anymore because he was a man.
See,
I'm
true.
not coming for you. If you're married, you prefer your spouse to take care of you.
All right, just out of curiosity, I'll go to you. You said that you were married to why? Like you said, he wasn't being a man. Did he not fulfill? Like, did you?
Manly duties? No, he did not.
So
No, he did not.
he was not a
No,
man.
he did not. He was not a man, and I was leading, and I was taking care of shit.
So why'd you marry him?
You expect women to take care of you.
Hold up.
Then you may see, this is the thing, man. Women make poor choices when it comes to men. All the characteristics that she described was all the things your man wasn't. So why are you upset? Why are you refuting what she's saying if you didn't even have said man in your life? You see the hypocrisy there? Well, I'm telling you, man, women are fine.
So,
Sorry.
just so I make sure I understand it. So, were you the predominant breadwinner?
I mean,
That's your wife, bro.
I mean, it's
Bro, she's soft.
Did you make?
don't
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So that's why you divorced him.
It's a plus.
correct.
That's good.
Okay. Did he pay any of the bills, or did you pay the majority?
I mean, we used my car that I paid for, and he would get mad when he couldn't drive my car. So, I mean, he told me to stop working, and I stopped working. He said he paid my bills, never paid my bills.
Okay.
So,
What did he do
I mean,
for a living?
Scam and shit.
nah, he did stuff in the stock market, yada yada, whatever.
I mean, she's from Chicago, man.
That's scam.
Well,
Come on. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay, and then what did you want to say?
I actually agree with what you're saying.
yeah.
The only reason why I understand where she's coming from.
So you agree with all of it, just so I make sure I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, the reason how I view things, this is how I look at it. Chess. Who's in the front line?
Thank you.
Who's behind? Who's getting protected?
The most powerful one is the queen.
I understand that. But remember that. Listen. How do you play chess? The most powerful woman is the most powerful is the queen, right? But who is protecting the queen?
The king.
Who's giving the queen the leadway to move however she needs to move?
In an ideal world, that's what we want. But
When I think about it, at the end of the day, yes, most of us probably been in a single household. But yeah, we've seen our mother pulled, fight, or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, when there's any trouble, who do we call? We call the police, a man, or a brother, or an uncle. If there's plumbing issues, who do we call? A plumber. So most likely, and then yes, not to say that women do not take on those roles, but look at the percentage. Like, let's be honest. How many plumbers?
If we're being real, women take on roles that they don't really want to. It's just necessity at the end of the day. When you call a plumber, you call I've called an electrician in my home before. I've called a plumber before if I couldn't fix whatever it is that I needed fixed. Every time I've called someone for any maintenance work, it's a woman. I'm sorry, not a woman. It's a man. A man comes to the house, diagnoses, whatever. And that's how it is. The labor field, physical labor, predominantly, it's a male dominated industry, and that's honestly, it's never gonna change.
That you've seen as a female working as a like how many
Wait, but Marin, how does chess end?
I'll get to that here in a second. I just want to hear all the ladies' opinions. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to speak. Did anyone else have anything? Nobody?
No.
I know you were.
All right, that's the end of the clip. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Do y'all feel that men and women are equal? I think there was a lot of interesting points, man. I hope y'all liked the video. Great debate. Love reacting to the topics like this. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. The road to 5K subs. The grind don't stop. I'll be back with another one later. It's your boy Hendrick, and I'm out, y'all. Be blessed. Peace.